The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement, people wanna know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all peak flow.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Wait, 20! 44 to Mike! Silver!
First carry for Royce Freeman. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run with Scott. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Rosen. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go! First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. They finally do get him down, but we've got penalty flags on the field as well, and they might get 15 more out of this. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a play fake here on first down. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch tight. Tight is right. 3 out. Check.
Middle.
56. Mike, 56.
Hey, box drop.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Devontae Parker is the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. On first down, Scott takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
56.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that.
On second down now, it's Scott. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Check 56. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Alert. Mike 56.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. They'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Check. 80. Check.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Check 56. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
Middle.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Now a give right side. It's Scott. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Boston Scott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Escapes the defender. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
This is Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Brady on the bootleg. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Wait, that. Wait, Eddie! You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. Hey.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down.
Wait, set. 380. Check.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Wait, 28. 44. Sugar.
On third down, Freeman. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. 44, come on.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Hey, Alabama.
They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. Check. Come on. Wait, 20. 44. 50.
Brady now on third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
At the 36-yard line.
Yo. Check 9. Check 37.
On second down now, it's Scott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. From the gun, it's Rosen. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, let's do this.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by for Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
I don't think you got it, son. Hey, alert, alert. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. It's going to be a...
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we are. He's checking.
Hey, exit.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And he finds Parker here, complete. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Line 54. Stop your whining. Kill. Check.
On first down, Scott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I got him.
Under 10.
Play action here with Rosen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Balazs. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Throwing on second down. Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded at the 8. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
First down, Miami.
Check, block 54, block 54. Hey, tight down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Balaj. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go again with Scott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And this is Parker, complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that move. 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
53. 53. I'm scared.
Freeman again. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Wait, set. 380.
Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady, open man, here's Hamilton. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Complete. Richardson has it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Wait, set. Wait, Eddie.
53 is the mic. Target.
Wait, what do you got?
Shotgun now for Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
You can't block me. Run that. Switch.
Again, it's Balaj. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Keep playing hard.
First down, Dolphins.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Scott. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Scott, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Balaj. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now again, right side. It's Scott. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Safety creek. Hey, Delta. 80. Yes.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Forced out to us, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I got you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
Hey, alert.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And Wilson has it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Middle. Check.
They run it with Balaj. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Sanders' kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Brady. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Brady. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Scott. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Dolphins, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.